around District 6.
Coming up next, a new program in our area that's aimed at making police stops safer for people with autism.
If I go in with my my lights and siren going, could be a sensory overload.
Plus, the small bugs once again causing big problems in Pennsylvania.
And the Penn State student who's about to trek over 3,000 miles in memory of the woman he loved. The Center County Report starts now. Good afternoon, I'm Owen Camaros.
And I'm Bronwyn Leiber. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report. Our top story, a new communication tool for law enforcement interactions has launched in Center County. The goal is to help make police traffic stops safer for drivers with autism and other conditions. Reporter Christian Adia takes a closer look.
Sirens, flashing lights, a routine traffic stop for most drivers. But for some, that moment can quickly become overwhelming.
You get stopped by the police, you think, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? Am I going to lose my license? Was I speeding? Am I going to be able to afford this?
For people on the autism spectrum, high-stress situations like these can create communication challenges, making even simple interactions more difficult or even dangerous.
We all communicate differently, so some people who are nonverbal might communicate using sign language.
For neurodivergent people like Kaylee, the Blue Envelope project, now available in Center County, helps bridge that communication gap.
Do you know how fast you were going back there? In a situation like this traffic stop, instead of searching and rummaging for paperwork, drivers can simply hand over this blue envelope, giving officers immediate information and helping clear up an already confusing and stressful environment. Thank you.
Inside the envelope, license, registrations, insurance card, and critical information about how the driver communicates.
The blue envelope is a way for that individual to just give that information to the officer, and everything that they need to know, the officer needs to know, should be included in and on the blue envelope itself.
But the project isn't just about the envelope, it's also about the training.
Our CIT training is a 40-hour training that deals specifically with mental health and substance use.
Officers like Jason Krantz learn how to recognize neurodivergent traits and adjust their approach in high-stress situations.
If I go in with my my lights and siren going, could be a sensory overload, could cause them to freeze, could cause them to react in a way that was not intended.
That awareness can make all the difference.
It's easier to work with somebody and bring them down and to help keep them calm than it is to have somebody that's completely, at the other end of that, that's very agitated.
Small, blue envelopes giving a voice to a whole community. In State College, I'm Christian Audia for the Center County Report.
The blue envelopes can be picked up at police departments across Center County and sheriff's offices. They're free and no ID is required to get one.
The deadline to register to vote in the upcoming Pennsylvania primary election is May 4th, just over 2 weeks away. And looking ahead to November, one of the big races is for governor. Josh Shapiro is building a big fundraising lead in his re-election campaign. In the first 3 months of this year, he's raised more than $10 million, outpacing Republican challenger Stacey Garrity. Shapiro now has about $36 million on hand, compared to Garrity's $1.5 million.
Outdoor trails and parks are starting to fill up again across Center County. But along with the warmer weather comes a seasonal concern many residents are already dealing with: ticks. Reporter Andy Lee is live in University Park. Andy, are the ticks really that bad?
I don't have any ticks on me yet. However, in environments like this, although it may look calm, this is the perfect environment for ticks to thrive. According to the CDC, tick activity in PA is ramping up with a 14-day average of 223 ticks reporting in April. That is considered to be pretty high, especially during this time of year.
Out on the trails, it's not just hikers making a return this time of year. Warm weather means more time outdoors, but it also signals the return of tick season. And Pennsylvania is one of the worst states for ticks and Lyme disease.
As warm weather approaches, ticks are going to be more of a common issue and occurrence for outsiders. Hikers here in State College are already taking extra precautions to protect themselves and their pets.
Allie Smith says it's something she deals with often when spending time outside with her dog.
I know there's tons of ticks out there because every time I take my dog on a hike, she always ends up with some. Usually I just try to make sure I'm not in the brush too much, and then of course whenever we get home, just checking and showering and making sure that we didn't get any.
Pet owners say their animals are especially vulnerable. Knowing where to check can make all the difference.
I would say once we get home, we just sort of look, because the vet tells us that typically we'll go up to the head area, and that's typically where we'll pull one off of her.
For others, the concern goes beyond pets and into their personal health.
I know what ticks can do, Lyme disease, so that's probably the number one thing I worry about now that it's starting to get nice out again.
Health experts say knowing how to properly remove a tick is just as important as preventing one.
Use tweezers, get as close to the skin as you can and pull upward. Do not squeeze or twist the tick at all, and I would immediately wash the area with soap and water or alcohol.
Here in Pennsylvania, tick season is as high as from early spring going to May, with another spike from mid-August going to November. I'm Andy Lee reporting at State College. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Andy. I'll try to keep my golf shots on the fairway. A Penn State graduate is preparing for the journey of a lifetime. I got to take a closer look at the why behind this expedition. Matthew Hollingham is training for a 3,500-mile triathlon this summer. His best friend, Jack Hughes, who's coming on the trip to document the journey, says Hollingham is doing it to honor the love of his life.
His life here was with Lavisa, and then she passed, and where's your life? It's gone.
In August 2023, Hollingham and his then-fiancée, Lavisa Arneson Krohamri, came to Penn State together to pursue their doctorates. Less than a month later, Arneson Krohamri was gone. This is the block where on a rainy September day, a speeding driver lost control of his car and struck and killed Arneson Krohamri. Hollingham says he's doing the triathlon in her honor.
He views it not as his purpose, but a shared purpose in a way in which she gets to live on through this.
The 3,500-mile triathlon will start in a lake in Sweden and wind through 9 different countries, finishing in Morocco. Hughes says the magnitude of the trip is terrifying.
It's real scary, you know, because neither of us speak Swedish. Neither of us speak Swedish, neither of us speak German, neither of us speak French.
Hollingham's journey will attempt to raise $250,000 for the Save the Children charity and the Center County Youth Service Bureau. Arness and Kroham-Marie love children. According to Hughes, that's why Hollingham chose the 2 charities.
He really kind of sees this as like her living on by benefiting those charities, and I think that's what really gives him purpose and allows him to really heal from what has happened.
To donate to Hollingham's fundraiser, visit his donation drive through happyvalley.com under the Penn State tab.
Still to come on the Center County Report, is our stretch of warm weather changing soon? We check the forecast.
And we share an update on Happy Valley Casino's opening plans. Also coming up, a new thrift shop is coming to our area. Find out how it's focusing on sustainability after the break.
When we first met Todd, he was singing a song, and I was like, wow, look at this kid with the biggest smile.
Todd's a joy.
Yes.
Todd's really is a great joy.
And you. Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Keep going, keep going.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why?
I'm high.
Oh.
A new boutique in downtown Bellefonte is blending fashion with sustainability. Reporter Kira Cannon talked with the owner about what led her here.
A new thrift and vintage boutique is now open in downtown Bellefonte, bringing a unique shopping experience to the heart of the borough. La Vida Local set up shop inside Belle Mercantile on Spring Street. It offers curated thrifted and vintage pieces with a focus on sustainability and style. Stephanie Calderon is the owner.
I never really had like a passion for any career path. Like I never really wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer. I just have always enjoyed selling.
She brings years of retail experience to the boutique with a passion for secondhand fashion.
I always wanted my own store, but never really, the circumstances never created the perfect moment for it until now.
Calderon's husband is a storm chaser, and believe it or not, she says that helped her launch this.
When you see that in person, the devastation that storms bring to an area, all you want to do is support local. You want to give back as much as possible.
La Vida Local is not only about fashion. It is about giving clothing a second life and creating a more sustainable way to shop here in Bellefonte. After moving here from Texas, Calderon says opening the shop has created a special way to connect with the community through something she loves.
The women-owned businesses here in Bellefonte, every person I have met has been nothing but supportive.
In Bellefonte, I'm Kira Cannon for the Center County Report.
La Vida Local is now open inside Bell Mercantile in downtown Bellefonte. You can follow the boutique on Instagram at La Vida Local PA.
The new Happy Valley Casino is set to unveil its first look to the public next week during Penn State's Blue-White Weekend. The casino at the Nittany Mall in College Township will host testing on April 24th and 25th, and all proceeds will benefit local charities. Test days are required by the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board to make sure operations and procedures meet regulations before the casino officially opens.
The Center County 4-H robotics team is heading to Houston for the World Robotics Championship. The competition starts April 29th and will have 600 teams from 60 different countries. The Center County team earned their spot after placing second in a competitive field at the Gotham Regional's first robotics competition in New York City. This marks their first return to the World Championship since 2019. Now to Filippo Formica with the weather.
And this week of warmth really deserves a few championship rings, and that continues today across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Right now at the Penn State golf courses, clouds starting to clear out as folks are getting out for their afternoon tee times. Here in State College, 64 degrees, a northwesterly wind at around 3 miles an hour. Our dew point's much lower than this time yesterday. That's making it feel less sticky out there as you're venturing outside. Our temperatures in central Pennsylvania, 64 here in State College, 71 in the capital, 77 in Philadelphia, 56 in Erie. That's our low point because of a lake breeze in that area. Here's our radar and satellite image showcasing those showers in northeastern Pennsylvania. A few clouds here in central Pennsylvania, but some clearing off to the north and west, and that's going to be moving into central Pennsylvania later on this afternoon and evening. The main story is going to be a low pressure system that starts to build up across areas of the northern Great Lakes region and the northern plains, and that will start to move into Canada but drape a cold front across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania for tomorrow. Storms ramp up across Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa today, where some tornadoes are possible. That won't be the case here in central Pennsylvania. We're expecting some strong storms on Saturday, with the main risk being for some gusty winds. Here is our severe weather outlook for tomorrow. State College in a general thunderstorm risk. Western Center County is in a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk. Farther west in western Pennsylvania, a level 2 out of 5 slight risk. Again, that is for wind. Here's about 5:10 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, showcasing that line of showers and thunderstorms moving into Center County around the 7 to 8 o'clock hour, and the showers will continue after that initial line, bringing in some beneficial rainfall. But behind that cold front, a few snowflakes possible in the Endless Mountains and the Poconos in northeastern Pennsylvania. We're expecting about a ½ inch of rain here in State College, with locally higher amounts depending on where those strong to heavy downpours set up across the Commonwealth. But this is much needed rainfall as we are just getting out of a drought. For today, 82 degrees here in State College, partly cloudy skies, a westerly wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we step into tonight, still above average in terms of our high temperatures tonight. For our low tonight, 62 degrees, our low. Some clouds in the area, winds will remain light, and as we step into tomorrow, the day to stay weather aware before the cold front. 84 degrees, some scattered showers in the afternoon, becoming stronger and with some rumbles by evening. A southwesterly wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And your 7-day outlook showcasing that changes are on the way in the 50s by Sunday and back into the 40s by Monday. And for reference, that's about 20 degrees below average for this time of the year.
Filippo, that is the last thing I want to be hearing right now. These last few days have been gorgeous. Why is this cold weather coming in now?
We're expecting that cold front to bring in an Arctic air mass from Canada, and that's the reason that we're going to be dropping those temperatures down to the 40s.
That's rough. But, it's been unusually warm for this time of year, so, the law of averages just means it's going to be a little colder. Thank you, Filippo. Now over to Brooke Casey with sports.
Thanks, Owen. Coming up in sports, we'll check in with Penn State football on their spring practices. Plus, Penn State women's volleyball's annual spring game is here. We have all the off-season moves the team has made.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is Chip. And if you're like me, your pets mean the world to you. And if disaster strikes, saving them is a priority. Learn how to keep your best friends safe at AmericanHumane.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
I'm Brooke Casey with sports. With blue-white practice just a week away, Penn State football's head coach Matt Campbell has been getting the team into form. As week 4 of spring practice has come and gone, Campbell emphasized the importance of leaning into the strengths of each unit.
You know, that group's really grown, and I think it was that fine balance of getting production guys that have played quality reps, and yet knowing that you had some really great developmental football players who had proven to play quality reps. Yeah, I'm really excited about what this group's got the ability to look like.
And after a disappointing season, some Penn State football players are hoping to hear their names called. Most experts expect offensive lineman Vega Ioane to go in the first round. Others think quarterback Drew Aller could be a second or third rounder. We'll have more coverage next week. The Nashville Predators season may be over now, but they might have just gained some new fans from Penn State hockey. Aiden Fink signed a 3-year entry-level contract with the Predators on Monday. He turned pro after Penn State's season ended and had 10 points in 6 games with the Milwaukee Admirals of the AHL. He practiced with Nashville this week, but his potential debut will have to wait until next season. Now to high school baseball, the Bellefonte Red Raiders will head to Penns Valley High School for their next game. The first pitch is 4:30 on Monday. Bellefonte fell to both Bald Eagle Area High School and Du Bois this week, beginning a 2-game losing streak. The Red Raiders were able to snap that losing streak on Thursday, winning 9-8 against Phillipsburg Osceola. They now sit at 9-3 on the season. Penn State softball is taking some hot bats on the road at Ohio State for a 3-game series starting tonight. The Nittany Lions are coming off a run rule 11-3 win Tuesday night against Bucknell in 5 innings. They racked up 14 hits and 3 homers, including this 3-run blast from Brianna Hannock in the 2nd inning. Penn State is 27-15 on the season. Penn State women's volleyball plays another exhibition match this weekend against Maryland. They're coming off a practice win against Villanova. Jack Raczynski takes a look.
Volleyball fans return to Rec Hall to watch Penn State take a 4-set spring exhibition win over Villanova.
It's a learning experience, and we'll take some things from here and move on and get better in practice this week.
But it was so much more than just an open practice.
From a national championship in 2024 to last season having their worst conference standing since joining the Big Ten, it was a tumultuous season for the Nittany Lions. But they hope some new additions can make a big impact.
In recruiting, Penn State has the 2nd best freshman class according to PrepDig. Middle blocker Kendall Northern had a team-high .714 hitting percentage against Villanova, and fellow first-years Finley Kriskowiak and Haley Bergdorf played meaningful minutes.
All 3 of them came in and did a great job. They took great swings, they were focused, they were aware of what's going on, and they're only going to get better.
Head coach Katie Schumacher-Cawley also used the transfer portal. Whitney Launstein adds extra hitting depth and led the spring match with 11 kills coming over from Texas. Former ACC All-Freshman Ryla Jones transferred from Pitt and notched 8 blocks. But the biggest splash was Florida setter and All-American Alexis Stuckey. She reunites with former Gator Kennedy Martin, who broke Penn State's modern-era single-season points record last season. Spring practices were just like old times for the duo.
It's awesome because I've played with her so much. I know exactly what she's going to do in every situation, and I know when she's going to be up and ready, so it's definitely nice, and it's made the transition really easy.
The first regular season game is still more than 4 months away, but the pieces are being set for one of college volleyball's most storied programs to get back into the title fight. In University Park, I'm Jack Rachinsky for the Center County Report.
You still have one more chance to see the team this spring. The Maryland match is on Sunday at 2 p.m. and admission is free. A really exciting week for football across Pennsylvania with blue-white on the way and, of course, the draft next weekend.
The blue-white game is going to be gorgeous, but the draft, I am so excited to see what Penn State players get the opportunity to play at that next level.
Yeah, 45 players from Penn State in the NFL right now. Yeah. I bet there's going to be a couple more in a couple of weeks.
It'll be really interesting to watch, but thank you, Brooke. Coming up next, Take Your Kid to Work Day is back at Penn State after 11 years. Hear how the day went right after the break.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
There's been another deadly shooting at a local elementary school. According to authorities, the suspect acquired the gun from a family member's home before using it to take the lives of innocent children and teachers.
Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Take control at ready.gov/olderadults.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like they can do it too, I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Penn State welcomed around 1,000 parents and kids to Bring Your Kid to Work Day this week. Julia Henry has the story.
After a decade-long hiatus, Penn State brought back its popular Bring Our Children to Work Day. Human Resources VP Jennifer Wilkes said it's a fun way to support faculty and staff.
We partnered with Conferences and Institutes, which is a unit out of Outreach, and they do this for a living, so they are experts in how to plan large-scale events. We could not have done it without them.
The day began at the Bryce Jordan Center with breakfast, featuring speeches from guests including Wilkes, President Neely Bendaputi, Thon volunteers, and even football coach Matt Campbell. Some elementary school students were missing their friends, but enjoying following their parents around. Clarice Cox from Nittany Valley Charter School said coming to work with her mom is fun.
I like to talk to the police people and ask them questions.
She even got to meet Bendaputi at the police station and talk with her about her school's principal, her grandmother. HR planned activities all over campus. Children got to walk around the Arboretum, meet with campus police, get a tour of the bakery, and even deliver a breaking newscast in Belisario's studio. Raymond Zhang, a third grader at Radio Park Elementary, says his favorite subject is science.
So this is my lava thing, and if you shake it, yeah, it's kind of a disaster.
Penn State held this event before the nationally recognized day to work around PSSA state testing.
Yeah, because we reached out to the schools and learned that it was the actual Take Your Kids to Work Day. We had PSSA testing, and so we knew we had to pick another day.
Children explored where their parents work and got to see the impact they make every day. In University Park, I'm Julia Henry for the Center County Report.
Penn State hopes to make this an annual event again in the future.
Those kids look like they had the best time. Owen, did you ever go to Take Your Kid to Work Day?
Yeah, a couple times. My mom was a teacher. That was fun. Dad was a software engineer. Less so.
I could see that being the case. My mom came to a career fair, but never Take Your Kid to Work Day. That's all for today's newscast. We hope you'll join us Friday for our next local news.
But you can follow us anytime for breaking news on our Center County Report X, and you can see our stories on our Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, and our website. Have a good weekend.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
In Iraq, our truck hit a roadside bomb. I had about 16 surgeries on my hand so that I could regain function. And when I came home, I needed a new roof due to a storm. And I was about to lose homeowners insurance as well. I applied for Operation Homefront Critical Financial Assistance Program. And it's good to know that when we come home, there are people who are there that care about us. Operation Homefront, they've really been a blessing.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of, they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
The new Walk EMS experience was so uplifting. All of us are coming together, not only for that walk day, but for every day.
I love the energy at Walk MS. It is community, it is family. I can ride that high for the rest of the year.
A cure is on the line for me.
A cure is on the line for all of us.